Welcome back, guys. In this lesson we're going to be learning some new vocabulary. We're going to learn a new grammatical structure, and we're also going to be talking about measure words. So we're going to first read this text here. We'll translate it sentence after sentence, and then we'll talk about the different parts. Alright, so let's start. 马克，早上好，你今天忙不忙？今天我很忙。 我有6门课，你有几门课？我只有1门。Right, so let's start with the first sentence. 马克，早上好，你今天忙不忙？ Right, so 马克, it's like the Chinese way to say Mark, the name Mark. 早上好 means good morning, right? How we've met before, it means good. 早上 means morning. So this combination here means good morning. 早上好. Right. 你今天忙不忙? Right, so 你 you already should know. You should know that by now. It means you. 今天 means today. 忙, the adjective 忙 means busy. So this structure here, the adjective, then the bu, and then again the adjective, is basically the same as asking 你今天忙吗? Right? Are you busy today? So the meaning is exactly the same, it's just a different structure. So this sentence here basically means, are you busy today? 你今天忙不忙? Right? Now this structure here can also be used, can also be formed not only with an adjective but with a verb. And we'll see that in a few minutes. Alright, let's go on. 今天我很忙，我有6门课. Alright, so you can probably guess the meaning of this part. Today I'm busy, alright, or I'm very busy. Now this is a very important part of this dialogue, of this of this whole text. And let's translate it word after word. So 我 means I. 有, okay, third tone, 有 means to have, right? So if I say 我有, it means I have. 你有 means you have, and so on. 6 means 6. 课 means a course, like an English course or a Chinese course or whatever, like a lesson. Alright, this word here is pronounced men, alright, second tone. And it's a measure word. What is a measure word? In English, if you want to quantify something, if you want to quantify a noun, you just say a number, and then you say the noun, like 2 dogs or whatever, or 3 tables. In Chinese, you cannot simply form a number then a noun. You have to put a measure word in between, right? So this is a very annoying part about Chinese, actually, because you actually have to remember many measure words. Not every noun has a measure word, but let's say every class of nouns, every category has a measure word. For example, you have a measure word for vehicles, or a measure word for books, or a measure word for animals, and so on. Okay, so again, this is a very annoying part, because you got to remember a lot of words, a lot of measure words, but that's how it is. So the measure word for a course is men, alright? So 我有6门课 means I have 6 classes. Alright, let's move on. 你有几门课? Alright, so you have, this word here means how many. Alright, it will be always followed by a measure word, okay? So in this case, it will be followed by 门. So 你有几门课? Alright, how many classes do you have? Okay, 几门课. In this case, I could have already omitted the noun itself, okay? I could have just said 你有几门, alright? But it's just as correct to leave it here, okay? So how many classes do you have? 我只有1门. Okay, so this word here is pronounced 只 third tone, and it means only. 我只有一门. So 一 means one. 门 is the same measure word we've just met, okay? So this sentence means I only have one class, alright? Okay, I hope it was clear. Now let's have a look at some examples. If you want to say I have, you say 我有. If you want to say I don't have, you say 我没有, alright? You just add this character here, which is pronounced 没, before the verb 有, alright? So 我没有 means I don't have. This character here is pronounced 钱, and it means money. So this sentence here is pronounced 我没有钱, I don't have money. Okay, let's move on to the second example. 今天晚上你有没有空? Alright, so 今天 is today, 晚上 means evening. So 今天晚上, this part of the phrase here, this part of the sentence here means this evening or tonight. So 今天晚上你有没有空? 空 means like free time, spare time, are you free? So this structure here, verb plus 没 plus verb, okay, means do you have, okay? In the same, I could have as well just said 你有空吗? Alright? The meaning is the same, but the structure is different. Just like we talked a few minutes ago when we said 你忙不忙? Alright? So it's the same thing. You take the verb, you put the negative form in between, and then you repeat the verb again, alright? 有没有 means do you have or not, right? So this evening, do you have free time, right? So pretty simple. Alright, let's move on to the third example. 你有几个朋友? Alright, so 朋友 is friend. Now the measure word for friend is 个, right? This measure word here, 个, is actually very, very common. It's the most common measure word. So if you have no idea about a measure word, you just put this one instead. Okay. So if for example you learn a new noun and you have no clue about the measure word you should use, the best choice would be to use 个, right? So 几个 means how many. 你有几个朋友? How many friends do you have, right? 我只有一个好朋友. Can you guess the meaning of this sentence? I only have one good friend. Alright? 我只有一个好朋友. Alright, now pay attention. In the sentence here, we have a third tone, and then another third tone, and then another third tone. So, when we pronounce it, we'll pronounce those first two characters as if they had a second tone, alright? It's pretty confusing, but you just gotta get used to it. So this will be pronounced as 我只有一个好朋友, alright? Right, I hope it was clear. In the following lesson, we'll be talking in more details about measure words and about numbers. Please leave your comments, requests, or whatever on the webpage, and join me for the next lesson.